Hello and welcome, this is Mouse Gunner, and we're back with some more Unity of Command. I did make this mission a lot harder on myself because I accidentally built the bridge in a wrong space. But we did manage to get this objective, so we don't have to really worry about things anymore. Now it's just a matter of getting these two objectives, both of which we have to get in turn 5 to get the Brilliant Victory. I don't think that's necessarily going to happen, but we'll try. So to get in there, we have to get past this infantry. So, move here, hit this guy, and kill him. Fortunately, I am locked in. Let's move here and link up the rest of the rail line. So we're going to get supply down to the south, and we'll kill this guy while we're at it. Again, we got an overrun that we can't do anything with. Well, this guy we can actually move. Sometimes I'm not exactly sure what causes certain things like that to happen. But we're going to go ahead and move this guy down to get that rail line moving even further down. Okay, so supply should be pretty decent now. There's a couple of spaces down here that we don't have supply, but I haven't moved those guys yet. So we can get them in supply, no problem. As a matter of fact. Let's move them up into that supply right now. To help spread the supply by moving this way. Okay. It's very tempting to move up here and kill this guy, but I don't think that's actually going to work out for me. So instead, we may be able to get supply here. So I'll go up, kill this guy. Got the overrun, so we'll be able to move even further. We'll move up. Now we should be in supply. Yeah, we are. Kill this guy. Okay, well, we did a decent amount of work there. Not sure where I'm going to move this unit yet. I definitely need to move them so that we're not out of supply, because right now where they're standing, they're not in supply. Okay, we have one more tank to move. Ideally, we hit the tank in the town, in the objective. I don't think I'd be able to take it, even if I got really lucky and got him to move. Okay, we just did that. Nope. We have nobody that can move in there. So that's unfortunate. But hey, we moved a tank out of there, so my infantry will be able to help to a certain extent. Here, I'm going to hit this guy. I do really have to concern myself with this infantry here, as they are going to be a thorn in my side. This guy can actually cut off a lot of my supply lines if he feels the need to do so, but I'm going to stop him from that. That's pretty easy to do so. I just hit this guy, do some damage to him, but I'm going to go ahead and cross the river here. Now we can't just go across the bridge and do that, so we should be all right. And just to keep things moving, you will start to go out of supply as well, so try and murder that guy. I'll keep this guy where he is, so that makes it this unit have a harder time getting somewhere that cuts off my supply. Okay, well, let's go ahead and figure out where we're going to move here. I think we're going to move just to, you know, go in here, get into supply, and maybe advance that supply line a little bit further. Okay, we can move with stuff down here now. So, do so. So these guys I'm just moving to try and prevent them from doing too much as far as nuisance stuff over here. It's very possible next turn they will try and attack my guys that are out of supply, and the guys that are out of supply won't be able to defend themselves. So just to try and thwart that, we're going to move these guys on up. We should be able to outpace them, so it shouldn't be too hard to murder them and prevent them from doing what evil as they may attempt. I don't know if that links us to supply line. No, it doesn't. Okay, again, I think that's everything. So we failed to do 2 of our objectives on turn 5. There's nothing I could do about that. We were very close to this one, but I just didn't have things having enough movement to get in there. So I have faith we'll get it next turn. And I think that is our point, that we get a decisive victory. So we definitely need to get it that turn. So let us end the turn and see what happens. And honestly, if I hadn't made that mistake, I think it would have been a lot easier to get these objectives done. This one's going to be a tougher one to get. So I'm not sure I should blow my airstrikes up here. Okay, so this guy's working to cut supply line off. Let's just deal with these guys up in the north now. So I'll move here. Kill him. That's that. We'll move here. That guy. Can kill him, but we at least put him in a spot where our infantry can kill him. Okay. Now that we're done with that, let's worry more about what's down here in the south. So they put a very full-strength unit in there. It's going to be tough to push. We need to get into the objective, and this guy is more in our way than anything else. So let's hit him. Okay. Then we're going to retreat so we can do things with other men. Okay. I'm actually not sure if I can get this decisive victory now. Oh, really? I don't think he can cut us off from supply, so we just keep an eye on him. Once he's completely out of supply, he'll be in a lot of trouble, so have you get going this way, and I guess we have that other movement point, so there we go. Alright, I'm not going to worry too much about what's going on in the north, because it doesn't really affect anything we're doing. I can get in here without causing zone of control conflict. I think I very much should do that. I'll have 1 movement point, so I can move out. I'm going to try and make this whole. Didn't work, but we'll have other attempts at it. So I don't really want to burn my higher attack units. We'll do this with lower attack units. Okay, I still need to take this as well. So, do 3 attack here. I'm going to do 1 airstrike here. Okay, it did give us something. I'll do the other one on the other objective. Okay, that was actually pretty good for us. I think we'll be able to get that objective, no problem. Okay, so let's hit here first. Okay, and we've just taken the objective. Everything else is secondary, so let's get objectives done for all else. So we're going to move in with this unit. Let's actually take the units that are further away. Reached you. This is where things start to get dangerous for us, because I don't know if we can get in there. We breached him, so the likelihood is pretty good. Matter of fact... Oh, you gotta be kidding. Well, the tank's in the way. So... we just need to beat the tank back. Problem is, that locks me in no matter what I do. I think we may not be able to get the decisive victory here, and it's literally we're one movement point away from getting it. Yeah, so this tank's in the way. We have to kill it. Really wish that didn't cause zone of control happen. I may still be able to push in another direction, but the likelihood is starting to get diminished. Well, this is the one where everything is down to. We got it. Okay. You're joking. Okay, we have another zone of control. I think that's the issue. So, in theory, we can still get in there. We'll have this guy move. Actually, the further guy move. Okay. There we go. Hey! So we didn't quite get full prestige there, but hey, it worked out in the end. I made that scenario way more difficult than it needed to be, and that was just that one mistake. I'll try and learn from that. Maybe we could have pulled off a brilliant victory, but I'll take another decisive one. It was down to the wire for that decisive one, but... Okay, so the next one we have is between Estonia and Leningrad. Or at least Luga to Leningrad. So, one's 10 turns and we get some armor. One we have no armor. And just infantry. This is kind of an interesting engagement to me, anyway. So with the bulk of the Army Group North advancing east of Lake whatever towards Leningrad, the 18th Army is thrust, I think that's what that's supposed to say, into fighting for Estonia by itself, facing a strong Soviet rearguard here. So I don't know how easy this one's going to be because of how limited of infantry we have. Maybe we'll get more men. But we do have better infantry than my opponent has, so we'll try this scenario. I'm thinking we'll still get the shot at this one, but I don't know that for sure. Okay, with the Soviets will look to reinforce this area, and elements that can't make it there will try to escape through Narva. Capture both locations and remove the retreat to left flank of Army Group North. We have 12 turns to get a victory and 11 turns to get a decisive victory, so we have a lot of time in this one. Okay, so... yeah, we have very limited infantry to start, and we're not told that we're going to get any more. Take a look at the supply situation. So they're getting supply from here and here. So the likelihood we'll be able to cut them off from supply is kind of low. We can start the attack here. The likelihood that they'll cut me off from supply is pretty high, though, isn't it? I'm going to advance along the rail line. I think that makes the most sense to do. Rather than just advance straight in, because we have crap supply over here, so why do that? We have no air attack, so it's going to be a challenge. I guess I'll move into the woods here. See what our supply is like there. Yeah, see, that's the absolute limits of our supply. So we really don't want to go any further north. That would be a bad idea. We should be alright here. Yeah, looks alright. So if we stay on the railroad, the likelihood they'll cut me off from supply, I mean, it's still there. I want to attack where they're not entrenched, though. I'm going to take a little bit of a risk here. We could also add numbers to this guy and wait. He's kind of a weakened unit. Give him max. How much prestige are we going to get out of this mission? 300, so I don't want to spend more than that. And that's if we get everything perfectly. What are our objectives? The turn 8, turn 9. We don't have any tanks on the field, so anti-tank guns, I don't know if are going to matter. We had to add 2 men to this. Or 1. I mean, two men sounds like good me. I'm just gonna go with 1. I don't want to spend too many of my resources. Okay. I'm still gonna go for this attack. Probably unwise, but what the heck. Okay, that would be really bad of me. Alright, never mind. End turn. We'll probably get cut off from supply. This was probably a mistake. We'll see what the AI does here, though. Okay, they're just gonna fall back. They just did cut me off. We're gonna have a fight on our hands. Okay, we can do a lot of damage there. This is gonna be pretty good for us, so... Back. We're trying to stop the encirclement. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Well, so much for our reinforcements. We do have force coming in here. They're going to deploy here. We happen to know that this is the limits of our supply, so if we move this guy in certain ways, we will be out of supply. So I'm going to go ahead and hit here. And wow, we did a lot of damage there. And I'm going to get moving this way. We're going to move up here, and we're going to hit this guy and finish him off. We're going to move in. So yeah, that was a kind of a catastrophe right there. Guy's still cut off from supply. So get back in it. I move here, and we'll be all right. We'll be fine. We'll just barely be in supply. It means we do have to keep that guy there. But we don't want them to be able to capture my supplies, so we'll move... Oh. So that was kind of a bad first turn for me. But we may be able to recover. Okay. Let's end the turn, because I don't really have a better move. Okay, they backed off. Why is this guy so terrible? I mean, there is a river there. Yeah, let's finish this guy off. Recapture the rail line. And we'll start moving to annihilate these guys. Okay, you are going to help me out. Okay. There. Hit these guys. Okay, good. Alright. So that was kind of a rough first turn, but we managed to make up for it. Hopefully I didn't slow down my advance too much. Okay, they're entrenching. It's actually kind of bad for us. Okay, your job is to just advance the rail line. Now we're just going to move quickly. Guess I'll move that way. What the heck? Oh, okay, we just opened up a bunch of stuff. That's going to be it for that turn. I'm a little nervous now that I'm not going to get my objectives. Okay, they broke their entrenchment, so I should be able to knock them out fairly easily. So my goal here is to do damage, but then move on. So we'll hit this guy. Oof. Roy. Hit you. Fight retreat, which is what I was looking for. Go ahead and move him there. That way we can leapfrog. We are looking to cut off supply lines, so I don't think it's gonna matter though. Just advance up this way. Okay, we don't want him to be able to move down and cut our lines again, so do we want to reinforce this guy again to make him a little bit more useful? We have one more pip that we can deploy here. You know, we've got it. Let's do it. Okay, let's end the turn. Not sure if we're going to get a brilliant victory, but I'm going to try. They haven't gotten any reinforcements yet. We're doing okay as far as that goes. We have engineers, so we should be able to break entrenchment and things like that. I can move into water. Must be ice or something. Well, we'll move up here and just keep hitting this guy. We don't want to take damage. I don't really know what the deal with moving on ice is. Go for the kill. All right. I think, again, we want this guy to capture rail lines for us. So that is what he's going to do. How are we doing on supply lines? Not bad. Move on up this way. These guys are all in supply. And as we capture the rail line, that will get better. Okay, and then this guy will help out up here, but the engineers will hopefully be able to break the entrenchment. This guy's going to redirect that way, because we can get more bodies on this city than we can on this one, although we do have ice that we can take advantage of, I guess. Alright, let's go ahead and end the turn again. So we're looking at turn 6 at this stage. Hopefully we don't get too many reinforcements now from the enemy. Okay, so that's not good for us, but it is suppressed. Okay, so you are going to reroute and help out over here. Good. Let's see if we can break this guy's entrenchment. Did? Perfect. See if we can do damage. I don't know if we can. No, that would be bad for us. So we're just going to sit tight for now. So your job is to capture a rail line for us to push up our lines. Your job as well. Can't get any further. That's going to be it for that turn. Okay, we're getting there. I mean, this is 8 and this is 9, so we have a couple turns to pull this off, and we've done what we need to do here. We breached him. That's the important thing. If he tries to dig in again, he's just going to suppress himself heavily. We'll hit him again with the engineers, and we may be able to get this thing over with. So let's end turn. Okay, so the enemy didn't do anything. Alright, we're just gonna have to do what we can here. Hopefully not get too many casualties on. What is your casualty? Still terrible, jeez. You're gonna move here for me. See if we can get kind of a surround going. How about now? Can you hit him with any kind of authority? Well, we're not gonna pull this off this turn, so I think we wait. Unfortunately, I'm not going to get the brilliant victory. I don't think that's going to happen. Okay. There. So. Got the breach. That's what we're looking for. Yeah, I actually think I made a mistake with the men that I sent over. But it's a mistake we're going to have to live with because... yeah, I can only attack here with 2 guys at a time, but I can attack next turn. I can attack this guy and retreat if we need to. So, yeah, we're not going to get this one. So, no brilliant victory for us. I think I bungled the first turn, and that cost me. Him reinforcing isn't going to make much difference. Okay. Problem is, can we get what we need here? That's a lot of casualties. Now it's kind of in question. Now, don't have enough. Okay. Again. Killed. Okay, we got one of our objectives. You need to start running over this way then. Okay. So this is going to be a decisive victory, just not the brilliant one. We could have pulled it off. Again, I think I bungled the first turn. Then the turn. Might reinforce here again. But nope. Okay. Down you go. And in we go. Yay! So, we ended up spending 200 to get 20. So, I don't think that worked in our favor as far as that goes. But hey, it's a decisive victory, so I'll take it. We are now looking at 1140. It looks like we do get to do the other battle, so I mean, might as well load that one up too. So, stiff Soviet resistance on the Luga River line put a stop to the initial German thrust in July. After a pause of several weeks, Army Group North is now about to resume its advance towards Leningrad. Okay, well, let's go ahead and start this one. So we've got supply extension, we've got air attack, and we've got bridge. Okay, break through the Luga line, cut the land supply links to Leningrad, and encircle the city. Victories in 10 turns, decisive victory in 8, capture every objective on time for brilliant victory. Looks like we do have a limit of how many times we can extend the supply, and we also have a limit to how many bridges we can build. Okay, let's take a look at the river here. So there are no bridges on this river at all. So we would have to build one to get one. We have an open area here, although it has heavy terrain. Our objectives: 6, 5, 7. Okay. Supply. They have 2 supply sources, both of which... well, here's rail line and here's a rail line. If we cut this rail line and we are able to capture this, then they would be out of supply. So we'll try and do that if we can. I don't know if we're going to get any reinforcements anytime soon. So let us take a look. So in the south, we have another river. There are a couple bridges for that one, and we are across the river in the south, although there's a lot of bodies in our way. Some of them entrenched, some of them not entrenched. We have another bridge here too, so if we can break this guy's entrenchment, we may be able to get across there. We do have to concern ourselves with that airstrike, so that's a possibility. Everybody here is entrenched. Our armor is kind of focused in here along the river, but again, we have no bridge, so that doesn't really do us much good. And we have no other armor, so this is going to be a tough one, I think. Our armor's kind of beat up too, from what I see. So I feel like the key to this push is right here. Problem is I can't really get my armor in there too strongly. We could get armor to here. Get 2 different armor units in there. This unit's going to be the stronger of the 2, so that'd be the one that I'd want to initiate the push. We have engineers anywhere? We have a group here. So maybe we hit here, retreat. Not sure how I'm going to initiate that. We could retreat out of the way, allow the engineers to come in, see if they can do the breach. That would stop my tanks from getting done what they want to get done, though, wouldn't it? It's going to be an easy nut to crack. You're across the river, but you are... Bridge behind you is destroyed. So attacking here do me a ton of good. We have a bridge to rebuild here. No, there is no, it's broken. Or is it? It looks like it's intact. So we do have a bridge here. So this actually, the engineers here are very valuable. Let's see if we can get the breach. And then if we can, I'll probably put my airstrike here because this seems to be super important if we want to get an advance going. So let's do this attack first. Got the breach. And we got him to back off. So that unit is now weakened. He's not going to really stop my advance, but now we have here and here stopping the advance. So I want to move in with my tank. And we're going to try and break this guy. What does he have, though? He has anti-tank? Yep. We don't like that. Maybe we should land our airstrike here. Okay, we got good suppression. That will help. Okay. Breached him. We can now cross the river. Fortunately, my tank here can't cross the river. I'm guessing not enough movement points with the train and what have you. So 2 infantry units can cross the river, although this guy's already moved, so that's not going to do me much good. Yeah, let's move here. We can do more damage there. But this guy with the anti-tank, maybe we should try and take him out. And that means we can cross the river now into here. Unfortunately, the tank can't get there. The tank can use its extra movement, though, to cross. So we're doing all right to start. Let me just remind myself what our objectives are and how... So this is the one we're going to want to get quicker than the others. We are making good progress down there. This is going to be a nightmare. South. But let's just focus on what is not a nightmare right now. Yeah, tagging across the river into entrenchment's not a good idea for us. All right, I'm trying to weaken guys down here. And this seems to be a critical one, because we can get a tank in there to help us. So I'm going to take what casualties I have. Thankfully, none. I'm going to back off. I'm going to back to here. We're going to move our tank down. Try and help widen this gap. Didn't unfortunately get it, but we could move him out of the way, have another unit go in there and try and hit. I think the motorized unit makes the most sense. I say that, I could move up here. We could aim at attacking this guy. Okay, that might work. But I am going to have to move back. Okay. Now, if I move here, I won't be able to move this guy out of the way. So, getting through might not happen. I do want to attempt it. So, let's get a good, strong attack. Okay, we got it. We have made a hole, and I will be able to keep it, too. Let's use this character to move into the hole, because they can. And then maybe we'll be able to leapfrog here. And we have a decent chance of maybe getting a cut off from supply thing here. I don't know. We are encircling, so... Here, I'm going to just cross the river, because that seems to be a good move. So we made a couple holes. That's good. I think here, I'm going to hit. And then back off. And start moving towards the river. And then here I'm going to attack with the tank. Because the tank's going to take me a while to get over here anyway. I mean, honestly, we could do this. Oh, we can't get anywhere with that, though. I could get here. I'm sure that helps me. The question is, do I want to take advantage of what holes I have? Or do I want to try and punish this one guy? And honestly, it doesn't seem to make much sense to me to do that. So let's try and take advantage of the holes that we have rather than otherwise. So push down here with our other tank. You're going to move here just so this guy can't easily cut you off from supply. And we do have supply here, so we want to make sure we don't let that get captured. Really have a move there unless we move down here. We would still be attacking across the river, so that doesn't really help. Here, I think we just tighten up our line. Get up in the guy's face. See what we can get as far as possible attacks. But mostly we're just getting up in the face of these guys. Push our supply lines. So I'm not going to throw casualties away on my first turn. Especially as the enemy may fall back and lose a lot of their entrenchment. So we want to allow them that. But we have done a good job of pushing in here. Maybe I should have had this guy go in, but, you know, honestly, it doesn't matter because they're not going to be able to do anything this turn. But we've got 2 holes going. We have the possibility of encircling a couple guys. This is we're going to take care of in a bit. We have this stuff in the south. I don't have a ton of numbers down here, and this is going to look like a mess, but we might be able to get some pushing going. Like, we could move there, and we could focus an attack here. So, I mean, it's possible we get something going, but we'll save that for the next video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.